When Azazina was revealed, not only did her gameplay and her design catch people's attention, but also the stage itself. But players discovered soon after that there is a UFO flying in the sky. When Lily and Azazina is having their interaction, right above her head you can see a UFO just floating in the sky. This triggered everyone in the community to wonder, why is the alien there? You have Cherry Berry Mango asking, probably aliens from Tag 2 coming back. Reddit also had a discussion about this as well. It was sent to me in my DMs on Twitter. By the way, they're open. Send me all your discovery. When you're talking about aliens in Tekken, the first thing you have to do is visit the characters who have an association with aliens. Paul Phoenix is first on that list. In Tekken Tag Tournament 2, he has an art where he is death fisting an alien in the face. He also has his legendary cutscene ending where he is practicing, waiting for the alien invasion. This is something people also brought up. Another character who is possibly related to aliens is Ogre. It says, officially in canon describes Ogre as a demon created on Earth in ancient times, and in parentheses it says possibly by aliens. It's never explained what the purpose of his existence is. When I first saw this stage, I thought it was Aztec or Mayan, but you guys were quick to correct me in the comments to tell me that this is actually Inca. Thank you for that. You guys saved me a lot of time in doing research. And while we're on the topic with Ogre, I do want to mention that this has nothing to do with him. The Mayan and the Aztecs didn't have any contact with Incas at all. So their stories is totally separate. And I don't think Tekken will connect them. They can, but I don't think they are.
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, Biologics came with some of these recoveries. Yeah.
One of the first questions that I wanted to answer in this video is, why is there aliens in the trailer? I typed up Inca aliens, something similar to that, in Google, and I got so many different news articles talking about 7 sites, 10 sites, 5 sites that people think were built by aliens. Almost number 1 on every single one, Peru. You do have a close second being the pyramids of Egypt, and then also Moai Dots, the grassy hills. What I do want to note is all 3 of these locations is a part of Tekken, with Azel's Temple, with the Tekken Tag Tournament 2 stage, which is canon by the way, and then now you have Azazina's stage. Are these all connected? All of these strange alien devil gene, like, is it connected? We don't know. So the fact that you get so many search results tying Peru to aliens, it makes sense why this is in the game. But I want to dig a little bit deeper. I want to understand what the carvings mean, what that room in the bottom filled with treasure. What is all this stuff? It all starts with one person, the first modern emperor, Picchu. Before we talk about Picchu, I think it's important to understand what they were actually protecting. The treasure, the gold. Underneath, when you break the ground, you fall into this treasure room full of gold and silver. This is actually a real part of Akan lore. It is rumored that there is a ton, and I mean tons, actual tons of gold treasure buried under there. They eventually had to abandon the site 100 years after it was constructed because the Spanish invaders kept on trying to invade them and find the treasure underground. They destroyed the pathway and it was lost in time. That's why it's kind of decayed, because they abandoned it. In the actual stage itself, a lot of the things you see scattered along the walls, the pillars, this is based off real Akan treasure. It's slightly altered a little, I think, to just avoid any kind of like troubles with the actual Peru, government or something like that, but you could tell it's based off of it. It's a 1-to-1 replica basically. So that explains the treasure. They have a lot of gold underground and everyone wants a piece of it. Now back to the emperor. Picchu was about to fight a war. Once again with the Spanish invaders, they wanted his gold. Before he fought in the war, he visited a river where a shiny piece of metal fell from the sky. He went into the water to get the metal and it was actually a mirror. The mirror itself was actually an artifact of Intent, the sun god. But in that mirror, he saw a different god, the god of creation. The god of creation told the emperor, I am your father and you will win this war and many wars. And according to the legends, once the war began, Picchu the emperor transformed rocks into soldiers and those soldiers supported him in the war. And that is how he was able to win. With stories floating around like this, you can see how aliens get involved. After fighting off the Spanish invaders, Picchu did many things with their newfound powers blessed to them by the gods. After fighting off the Spanish invaders, Picchu used the power of the god of creation to create many of the sites and monuments that we visit today. My child Picchu is the one that the stage is based off. this is one they also created. This is why within the Tekken stage, you can find the god of creation emblem on the ground. When I first seen this, I thought it was a Mayan and Aztec, but this is actually the Incan god of creation. Once again, talking about the aliens and how they tie into all of this. You have an emperor who is documented saying that they are using a godlike power to fight off enemies and also create unbelievable structures. When you compare these structures to some of the other places, once again the Egyptian temples, a lot of people sit there and wonder, how did they move all of these large boulders around? The Egyptian pyramids, how did they stack them that tall and also align them with the stars? How did they move these boulders up mountains? This is something that would be difficult even by today's standard. This is why people today now believe that this monument was built by aliens and also many others like it. This is why we see the alien UFO up in the sky. This is why we see the God of Creation's logo on the ground. Also, when we break the ground and go down, this is why we find a room full of treasure, because everyone believes it's there. There was a person who visited this location. They had some kind of advanced metal detector. Their metal detector went off and they asked to go a little bit deeper. Can I call my crew up here, do some digging? They said no, you leave and don't ever come back. But they did detect a large amount of gold and silver underneath. Thank you for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.